right. Gotta be close again. Welcome, welcome, welcome back to Truth Quest. My name is Moriarity. I will be your host. I'm going to go on a quest for truth together. Yes, we certainly are friends. We're riding along high above the stratosphere in a place that we call no fear. I got number 4, my lucky number, the thumbs up. Thank you, friends. I'm going to share us on out so we can get some more friends in here so we can chat and have fun and everything else like that. I hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday or whatever day it is that you're watching this. All right. We got some things to talk about today. So, and there we go. That ought to get the message across to all my friends over there in Facebook land. Yes. Let's see who's here now. So we can say hello to all of our friends. Well, hello, Mud Rabbit. First one here. Awesome. That's great. Welcome to the Truth Quest, friends. Oh, Catherine Weiss. Hello there. Welcome to the program. Good friend of the program. We have the best chat people on the intranet. And so, yeah. Yes, there we are. All righty then. You know, here we are at the Truth Quest because, you know, we're downrange of strange, where the outrageous is contagious and the paranormal is the new normal. Yes. Got some interesting tidbits today that this gentleman I'd never heard of before. We'll talk about him in a little bit here. Claims that he was a man in black, a man, one of the men in black. So he was a man in black. And yeah, if he is being truthful and honest, which, you know, that's always a question. What he has to say is pretty remarkable. So we'll take a look at that. Food prep and pies all day. It's going to be high time for pie time. My mom would make pies, lots of pies at Thanksgiving too. I really wish I was going there, but apparently not. So very sad. 2 in a row. I think possibly the first 2 I've ever missed, except for maybe when I was living out east. Yeah. High time for pie time. And one of the kids' favorite pies was, of course, the 7-Up pie. And the 7-Up pie is made with 7-Up, lime jello, and vanilla ice cream. And it's really good, actually, on a graham cracker crust. So there you go. That's the 7-Up pie. And I can get the exact ingredient, you know, how much of each thing to put in. I'll have to ask my mom. It's called 7-Up pie. And it's kind of like bubbly. And it's kind of like rubbery or kind of boingy. Almost like a sort of like a lemon pie, sort of, but sweeter. Yeah. Wow, my clock on in my kitchen here that I didn't set from, I didn't change. It was 11:11, but it's a little off anyway, so that was interesting. Yeah. Yeah, the 7-Up pie. Although my mom makes a really good pumpkin chiffon pie. It's a pumpkin chiffon. Hello, Peggy Dancer. I'm going to miss that pumpkin chiffon pie. And she also, she makes every kind of pie. It's like, it was always high time for pie time. Gelled mousse. So there you go. I used to use that in my hair, that mousse. A different kind of mousse, maybe. It turns your hair to plastic. It's really cool. But it's not good for your scalp. Don't use it. Oh, that's an old recipe? Oh, really a 7-Up pie? Oh, interesting. Oh, good. I'm glad somebody else is enjoying it too. I thought we were the only ones. But yeah, she always made lots of pies. And my dad's birthday cake every year for his birthday, he would always have his favorite cake. Pineapple upside down cake was my dad's. Oh, 7-Up pie. Your mom used to make that too, big Peggy Dancer? Wow. Well, we could have a 7-Up pie club here, huh? That's groovy. Groovy like a record. I like it. So this guy, his name is Joseph Spencer. Have you heard about this guy? Um, you know what? Maybe, let's see here. Let's check this out. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, the other day we were talking about the spacewalk, and I said that I had taken some screenshots of the spacewalk the other day on that live stream from the ISS, the International Space Station. So here is one of those pictures right now. Um, What is going on here? So there you go. You see the astronaut there floating in space. But the thing was, there was two of them here. You can see both of them there. And they would be holding on with one hand to that scaffolding there, or that little piece of metal jutting out. And then they try to do something with their other hand while the rest of their body is like floating all around. They couldn't get anything done. It was really just kind of hilarious. But at any moment, it's like they could just, I mean, looks like there's a little hook. He's got a hook. They're not really tethered. I don't know, man. It looks pretty dangerous. I don't know, man. They did not have a very good work environment out there. They need some place to plant their feet, maybe with magnets or something, or Velcro, something to plant their feet somewhere so they can do work, use both their hands. So they don't have to keep holding on to something so they don't float away. You know, I don't know if they're just not thinking or what. Maybe this is an emergency and there's no real other way to do it. I can't believe it because it was like Laurel and Hardy. It was like, and you see that long, like a knife thing that guy has? What is that? It's some kind of specialized tool. He had it in his hand forever and he tried doing something with it. I don't know what exactly it is. They didn't really, there was no commentary, no commentary overlapping the images, just raw images. So yeah, we don't know what it was. Oh, is Zoso dude? That's right. That's right. He has a show today too, doesn't he? Did I miss that? Gosh. Yep, 1 hour ago. Is he still on? Oh man. Yeah, I'm pretty excited to have him over here on Monday. And of course, Friday, we're going to have Alara Sirius from 1 foot N5D, not in, but the letter N. We'll have to ask her about that, what the deal is with that. And her little bantering back and forth with Foyle. It's a good show. You should watch it. It's called 1 foot N5D. They've got a couple different shows, several different shows. So check them all out. You're going to love it. And they go through all this, Space Force news and they cover it all. So we don't have to cover all that. We can just do the funner stuff. Yeah. Like have guests. There you go. So there's a spacewalk. Isn't that fantastic? Yeah. I'd say it's pretty good. Hello, Willie Fix-It, Abby, Dark Brain. Welcome. Zoso Dude sent you. All right. Zoso Dude rocks. He really has the cool voice. Man. You look up radio voice in the dictionary, a picture of him comes up, right? Zoso Dude. Now, and every time I see a picture of space, you see the curvature of the Earth there, right? And then all the flat earthers, that's just because it's a convex lens. Okay. Whatever. That might very well be. But I still don't think that the Earth is flat. Because if it was flat and you were that high up, you'd see the whole thing. Okay. You wouldn't just see just one continent like they see at a time. If it was flat, you'd see the whole thing. Okay. It's not flat. There's no firmament. Okay. There's no bubble. And stars aren't just little flashlights that they stick up on the roof. Like this crazy, I don't know, man. People will believe anything these days sometimes, Gotta watch out. So there they are in space, walking around. But I gotta say, after watching them fumble around, desperately trying to hang on with one hand, trying to do some, complicated task with the other hand, at one point, the other guy comes up beside the other guy trying to help him, and they couldn't do anything. I mean, they were just standing there trying to keep from flying away. Hey, we're going 17,000 miles an hour around the Earth. We better not let go, because I don't think they have those jetpack things on in case they fall astray or their little bungee cord comes off. Hey, why don't they do bungee jumping off the International Space Station? That would be fun, huh? I wonder if it'll work. Yeah, the moon is made of cheese. Yeah, my mom said one of her teachers told the class the moon is made of cheese. She remembers her teacher saying that. Like, wow, it's made of cheese. Wow, that's a big chunk of cheese. Yeah, hit that like button and get your lucky number. There's 11 likes so far. So someone got 11. There you go. So that's the spacewalk. Isn't that interesting? Okay. You know what? Let's just, for the heck of it, I want to see if there's anything out there in space. So I'm going to brighten it up all the way. See if there's any spaceships out there. Nope, I don't see anything. I don't see anything. Oh well, so swell. Well, there you go. And there you have it. Okay. Well, how did you like that? So, all right. Next up, we got, speaking of that NASA footage, okay, I took 2 pictures of that. I did my mirror thing to it, okay? So you can kind of see from this image here, how it's sort of done, you can see that the images are obviously flipped. Okay, this one has live now in the upper left-hand corner. This one's reversed. Okay, where they overlap, they make this image. I thought this looks like a reptilian. Look at that. Isn't that weird? This is the clouds above the earth. So what I would typically do then is I would, okay, say, all right, I'm going to crop it. I'm going to get rid of everything else that isn't that image, right? And crop it. Maybe we'll get rid of those live now things too. And then you crop that thing. Crop. There you go. And there you have it. Some kind of strange thing. What is it? It's whatever you think it could be. That's what it is. So whatever you can see in that image is what it is to you. And that's the beauty of these things, you know? I thought it looked kind of like a scary reptilian guy up there. But not everybody sees the same thing. So there you go. Whoops. There we are. That's a wild looking one, yeah. Pretty interesting, huh? Big bug face. A pig thing, yeah. It's kind of weird looking, huh? Maybe we can, where is it? There it is. Maybe we could turn it around. And we, now, ooh, now it looks kind of menacing too. Like a three-headed monster or something. With the big, like, upper chest muscles. Pretty strange. Yeah, you can see lots of things if you look, you know, and two different people will see two different things. Sometimes you can see the same thing. But there it is. I hope you like these things, because I sure like doing them. They're interesting to talk about. You know, they're interesting to talk about. Yeah, Jupiter was way prettier. I agree. Totally, totally, totally agree with you. Yeah, but you know, the point is you can do it with anything. It's just whatever your source image. Here, the only two colors were blue and white. So you're going to get a blue and white design. Looks like a robot fighter with a bug head. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It looks menacing. Maybe that's because those clouds, you know, you can see the dashed lines. Maybe they're, you know, harped to the point where they are evil, and this is bringing out the true essence of that area of the sky. Of course, down below looks like almost like a sort of a like the god of the Smurfs or something, with a big mustache and a beard, bald head, little crown on top. Interesting to talk about. Show me the moon landing junk. The moon landing junk. All right. Well, let's see what else we got. All right. Let's I got some things here to look at. And here's something, friends. Um, Okay, why don't we go and just watch this video? Do you want to watch a video, friends? Here it is. This is called Man in Black. Okay, have you heard about this guy? Joseph Spencer. I just found out about this guy. And all right, here he is. All right, move this over here so I can see the chat. Oh, and it's right there. All right, so have you guys seen this? All right. This guy claims that he was one of the men in black. Now, I've never seen this video before, but it's, well, I'm not going to say anything about it. I'm going to let you just watch it like I watched it and see what you think. And I hope that this is going to be coming through. Let me know. Give me a 5x5 if you can hear it once I hit play here.
My name is Joseph Spencer. From May 1970 to October 1997, I served the United States government as a top secret operative, but not in a category that is commonly known or understood. I was known as a man in black. Following 7 years acting as a counterintelligence agent for the CIA, I was recruited for a new assignment that entailed working within above top secret operations. I was aware of the black budget projects, but never knew the context of them due to their high level of secrecy. Even the president was denied access to their inner workings. Annually, billions of dollars are poured into black projects, which operate without any supervision or intrusion. They have full autonomy. The operations deal primarily with advancing military technologies, most of which have been reverse engineered from recovered alien spacecrafts that had either crashed or were shot down by our military. The public, sadly, will never, ever have knowledge of these operations. This transition in my life happened in 1970. The senior black project director was William T. Latham, who had worked under CIA Executive Director Richard Schlesinger. Latham stated that I was the perfect candidate for my new position. I was a foster child, and I had no connections to existing relatives. I had no friends or social life. It was easy for them to erase my past and provide me with a new identity. I gave myself to them as a priest would to his God. But first, my mind had to be erased. I was injected with various forms of mind-altering drugs, LSD, heroin, mescaline, morphine, sodium pentothal, and more. Drug-induced hypnosis followed with antegrade and retrograde amnesia. The goal was to program me to do two things: kill and forget. After 9 months of programming, I had become a man in black. What I later discovered was that not all the men in black were human. About a third were alien hybrids. Their distinctive feature was the absence of whites in their eyes, giving the impression of empty eye sockets. This unsettled me, and it took months to adjust to the reality of alien integration. My assignments largely dealt with UFO sightings and crash sites. In August of 1971, I witnessed my first UFO crash site just north of Edwards Air Force Base in California. Inside the craft were 3 gray humanoids, 2 dead, 1 still alive. Also in the craft was a human female abductee. The alien humanoids were transported to the base, but 2 witnesses had arrived before us and took several photographs. The first surrendered his camera, but the second fled. When we apprehended him, he resisted, and I was ordered to silence him, which I did.
Killed him.
The killing of witnesses was executed with a wand that acted very much like today's taser, but the voltage from the wand would cause immediate cardiac arrest and the victim's death would be attributed to natural causes.
Sick.
We silenced countless victims, not only men, but women of all ages and even teenagers. The following day, after each kill, our memories were reset so we would have no recollection of the murders. A good majority of the victims were ufologists and whistleblowers. Among the ufologists I personally silenced were Paul William Cooper, Milton Vigay, Claude Monroe, Anthony Vargas, and noted documentarian Samantha Willis. When my wand malfunctioned with Samantha, I resorted to strangulation. She fought for her life for almost 2 minutes. In recalling this act, I stared into her pleading eyes for the entire duration with absolutely no remorse, guilt, or feelings. That was how effective the mind conditioning was. And it's her face that haunts my dreams more than anyone's to this day.
So they stuffed out a documentarian.
Yep.
Well, that's not good to hear.
Yeah.
He's a
We'll
documentarian.
move on. 1954, Dwight Eisenhower signed what's known as the Granada Treaty with the alien gray race. In exchange for shared alien technologies, the Greys were allowed to abduct a number of humans annually for medical examination. The Greys also demanded anonymity from the public. A short time later, human technology took a giant leap forward with circuit chips, fiber optics, and lasers. The Granada Treaty is still active today, but the number of human abductions has increased despite objections from the world governments. Now, the really interesting part. Every year, at least 8 million children go missing in the world. I can attest that 1/3 of them are abducted by government operatives and transported to any one of the 1,477 underground military installations on the planet, then imprisoned for the remainder of their lives. The children are subjected to biological and genetic experiments, dissections, and mutilations performed not by human scientists, but an alien gray species. During my stay at the Vanguard Underground Base north of Phoenix, Arizona, I witnessed many of these procedures. Because there was no form of anesthesia administered to the young patients, the halls reverberated with the screams of tortured children from morning to night.
Oh my God.
The ones that perished were incinerated in the installation's crematoriums.
Sick.
My point of contact at this base was Lieutenant Colonel Charles T. Leninger, and he was a human-alien hybrid. And get ready for this. In 1994, the World Population Summit in Cairo, Egypt, had 160 nations participate, where they all agreed that the human population was out of control and must be stopped because the world is running out of resources.
It's not,
An
though.
agreement was formed that would mandate
lie.
the reduction of humans from 6 billion to 800 million by the year 2030. This
2030.
means finding a method or methods to wipe out nearly 95% of the population. Solutions were discovered, investigated, tested, then created, and have been in full force since. The procedures have been inflicted onto the human race are as follows. 1. Toxic levels of chemically enhanced fluoride have been secretly added to our drinking water over the last 20 years in every city and community on the planet. I personally oversaw the delivery of fluoride barrels to Denver, Chicago, Tampa, and Minneapolis water departments. The adverse effects of fluoride poisoning to the human body are numerous and debilitating. The effects to children is damage to their neurological development, among other serious ailments. 2. Man-made viruses and diseases. The AIDS virus, which was a designer byproduct of the American Disease Institute, was distributed through vaccines to the public in 1980. Instituted as a preliminary population control tactic, the results were successful and led to more lab-produced viruses that have since been unleashed onto the public. Among those is the development of a mutated version of the common flu to replicate the 1918 influenza pandemic that killed 40 million people. The first strain of this new flu virus will be released to the public in late 2017.
Okay. So he says the first will be released in 2017. That means this was an older video. Now, the date on here just says it was put out recently, but obviously this is an older video. Okay, 2020. So what did you think about that? He goes on. I'm going to play the rest of this. It's only a few minutes left. Do you want to see the rest of this?
So if we see a flu outbreak in the late 2017 or early 2018 that's killing people,
How about
we'll know
2020?
this is true.
2019, 20. Pretty close.
3, killing us from the air with neurotoxins,
Yep.
barium chloride, cancer
Chemtrails.
microbes, and viruses by way of chemtrails.
Yep.
Released into the skies daily over all inhabited regions by military aircrafts. The effects of these toxins are severe and over time
Isn't
lethal,
it? Yeah,
causing
freaky.
respiratory ailments, cancer, damage to the immune systems, and sterilization in men. Since the chemtrail plan was implemented, sperm count in men has dropped nearly 50%. If this isn't reversed soon, the human race will face early extinction. Now the grand finale. This is some scary shit. In March 1997, an event known as
Get
Phoenix
this.
Lights
Phoenix
became
Lights.
the most infamous UFO sighting in history.
Wow.
A mile-wide vessel, clearly not man-made, flew slowly and silently over the state of Arizona and was witnessed by 10,000 people, including the governor of Arizona. To date, there has been no reasonable explanation. But for every witness interviewed, the craft was as real as anything they'd ever seen. Their lives were transformed. They now believe that we truly are not alone. However, there is another truth, for I know what they really saw. 1986, while stationed at an underground installation near Boulder, Colorado, I was introduced to Project Skybeam by Lieutenant General Andrew Garris. I was then led down a corridor and into a large hangar where a stealth bomber hovered only 20 feet above me. I stood there confused, and Garris looked over at me and smiled, then asked if I was certain of what I was seeing. I replied, of course. What else could it be? I was then shocked to find out that this wasn't a real craft. It was a projected hologram. Since the early 1950s, scientists have been developing holographic technology, and over the years improved it to a state that we can only imagine. As I stood there staring at the bomber, which looked so absolutely real and solid that I could reach up and touch it, I contemplated the possibilities. What if this projection was 1,000 feet up in the sky? How would anyone know that that was an illusion? The Phoenix Lights craft, witnessed by 10,000 people, was the first grand-scale skybeam test upon the public. It succeeded beyond expectations. In October 1938, Orson Welles unleashed his War of the Worlds radio broadcast to the American public. It was so realistically portrayed, vast portions of the population went into panic. Terrified citizens scrambled to evacuate their cities in droves. America had been easily tricked by very simple means. To amplify this response, those who are truly in power, not only our country, but all the countries on the planet, and who are the true purveyors of the depopulation process, have formulated the final stage of their sinister plan. In the year 2024, a global event will alter the course of mankind's future. The world will stand witness to a massive alien invasion. Thousands of projected holographic alien warships will blanket the skies, sending people into a global panic. Real military crafts within the holograms will inflict actual damage to the surrounding areas to self-begin. And as a result of the ensuing human chaos, a one-world government will immediately form without any resistance from the people. They will be the new world order.
Hey, Artist 61.
Once this happens, we as a people will be doomed to enslavement and accelerated depopulation. With that said, the only hope for human salvation is to acquire and spread the knowledge of these activities and agendas. Resist, retaliate, then conquer this imposing enemy. The time is now, as humanity is rapidly approaching its final days.
It's almost over, folks.
The knowledge of what's coming is taking its toll on me. I see all of these people living their lives, enjoying themselves, planning their futures. I'm oblivious to the fact that it's all going to end soon. Here I am at a park where children are playing, and in the skies above, I can see the chemtrails poisoning the air and slowly killing us all in plain sight. I've never felt so helpless. I want to scream out to the world, but I'd only be laughed at, ridiculed. When Claire said the memoirs were a fabrication, I secretly wish she was right. Then I could sleep at night. But I know, beyond a reasonable doubt, that it's all true. That Joe was being completely forthright. I saw it in his eyes. I heard the tremor in his voice when he spoke about it. It didn't come off as an admission. It's more of a deeply concerned confession. He was scared for us all. And that says a lot, coming from a man who was a government assassin.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay, well. I got, uh-oh. We don't want that, do we? No. Well, what'd you think of that, friends? I mean, I had never seen that before. Now, apparently, that guy isn't Joseph Spencer. They show Joseph Spencer's picture. See, he was just reading the memoirs. Very interesting. You can tell it was done before 2017. And he was talking about lots of stuff that sounds awfully familiar right now. He's the guy, apparently, that snuffed out William, what is it? William Cooper. He killed William Cooper. Unbelievable. And many others. And that Samantha Willis strangled her. You know, if they come knocking at my door, maybe I should make some business cards that say, I'm not a UFO researcher. You got the wrong Aaron Moriarity. Right? You know, sometimes I wish I had an alias. Fauci is going to give the to newborns and up starting 1/1/2022. Well, that's just sickening. Why would anyone let him near anybody, or why would anyone listen to him? He is a liar, and he killed a bunch of people with AIDS with his bad remdesivir, which doesn't work on anything. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, that video was pretty mind-blowing. I mean, wow. So they're going around killing UFO researchers. Well, I can't do cooking videos because I don't know how to cook. This is pretty much the only thing I can do. So I guess I'm stuck until they find me. But they'll never get through my maze of traps that I have here. It's a maze of traps. Yes, it is. Oh, and you know what? I forgot to put in the call-in information. So let me grab that whilst I'm at it. here. La, 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 la. Passcode. Gotta have the passcode. All righty then. Here is the link-o-matic. And now I need to get the always popular, gosh, where does everything go? You know, I think I need a bigger screen or two screens. I mean, some people have two screens, right? Can't imagine. Can't even imagine. Would be so nice. I'm just working off my modified Etch-a-Sketch here for my computer. There's the one-tap thing. Put a Lego on the floor. Hey, oh, you blew it. That's my whole thing, Legos. Darn, now I got to pick them up. No, yeah, Legos. I saw a meme. It was like, so I guess this guy was in hell and the devil's like explaining something to him. He's like, where's the hot coals? He said, well, we got rid of those. We're using these. They're the Legos. They're using Legos instead of hot coals to walk over. So there you go. And that's actually a thing at the Legoland at the Mall of America. You can walk over. I mean, who would do that? For one thing, why did they ever make them so sharp? Yeah, where's Austin? I don't know. Yeah, it's very interesting. I don't doubt that they're doing all that stuff. I mean, a lot of his stuff, the stuff he's talking about, of course we know, came true a little later than he thought, a couple years later. Although they might have let it out earlier, but it just didn't work. I remember when, when I was working at the dealership, the Ebola outbreak came, and they were trying to scare people with that too. But it just wasn't working. They weren't 24/7ing it, you know. So that's what they did differently this time. They 24/7'd it. The walk of Lego, yeah. Yeah, if you can do that, you're tough. A tough person. That's for sure. That's New Hampshire. So, okay, I better open up my little window here so I can see when someone calls. So feel free to call in if you'd like. Maybe you've seen something. Oh, thought maybe he'd be lurking. Well, hopefully there's lots of people lurking, but step on up and leave a message in the chat or a message under the thing here. And let's get the convo going, because that's how disclosure happens, is through us, the people, right? Through us, the people. Yeah. Yes, indeedy. So you ever go to a Thanksgiving dinner and you see the food right in front of you, the big bird right in front of you, that big bird, and something just doesn't seem quite right. Something seems a little off, and someone's not at the table that's usually around. Where's Big Bird? Where is that guy? Buried. Oh, I hope it's visible. Let me get rid of this. Oh, I shouldn't get rid of that. I guess I'll just go here and wait for it to come. Yeah, poor Big Bird. I don't see a phone number. How can I dial in? There's some phone numbers here. Those are phone numbers. Hey, MacGyver. Yeah. Gee, the bird looks good. Where's Big Bird? I don't know. Yeah. I think Elmo's got a clue there. He's figuring it out. Bert and Ernie just are totally oblivious. The count, he's just counting everything. He doesn't care. Elmo's like, those legs look kind of familiar. Oh, the meeting ID and the passcode. Oh, okay, hold on. Oh, let me see here. Okay, here's all of them in one. Maybe this will be better. It's just one number, though. It doesn't matter which number you use, though. Oops, there should be a space there. So after 1987-30, then that's the passcode. And it says one tap mobile with a capital O. It's not an extra zero. So just beware of that. All right. There you go. And there you have it. There's a Thanksgiving that's kind of tense, huh? Kind of tense. Who's going to be the first? Kind of apprehensive, possibly. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Mud Rabbit. Yeah, sometimes I don't see the chat because I got my one little screen here and it's all full of stuff. Yeah. You know, it's always a good idea to file your paperwork. You know what I'm saying? It's a good idea to file your paperwork, even if you think you don't have to. You know, I went to an organizational consultation for to get more organized, and he took a look at all my stuff and I said, you need to file your paperwork. I said, really? Yeah, you need to file your paperwork. It'd be much more organized. I'm thinking, how will that help? Well, it will. Trust us. So I did, and I had a lot of paperwork. Trust me, it took me a long time to file all that paperwork. But boy, am I glad that I did now, because after filing all the sides of the paper, I'm never going to get a paper cut now. But I still don't understand how it's going to make me more organized. Yeah. How do you like them apples? Please pass the Big Bird. Yeah. Could be a little tense. And then, have you ever wondered, folks, have you ever wondered how those reindeer learned to stay on top of a slippery, slanted roof? How did they do it? I'm talking about Santa's reindeer. How did they do it? Well, here's a little insight for you, just in case you didn't know. Of course, you're always going to look towards an expert, right? Isn't that right? Oh, I hope it's showing up. See, I got too much stuff on my desktop here. Can't find it. I'm just going to hope that it gets up there. Yes, isn't that funny? Snoopy. How to balance on a roof 101. spending Thanksgiving as a new grandpa this year. Well, thanks. So, congratulations, MacGyver. Yeah, I'm a grandpa twice now, twice over. Just recently in the last couple of weeks. So yeah, it's always exciting. Little ones. Little ones. They're look how attentive those reindeer look. They look like they're really anxious to learn this. And look how calm and sophisticated Snoopy looks. He's like, I'll show you, dudes. I'll show you how to do it. Yeah, I'll show you. No problem. No problemo. That's right. He is the expert. He sleeps on top of his slanted dog roof. Like, how did he do it? I got to say that cartoon was a great cartoon. And, you know, he was like one of the only cartoonists that always drew his own comics, even till the very end. That's why his lines were kind of shaky towards the end, because he was so old, but he was always going to do it himself. Prancer is missing? Oh, I think it might be a joke. But Charles Schultz actually came to my mother's school when she was in high school and gave a little talk and a little art demo and answered questions about being a cartoonist. You know, of course, one of the very iconic cartoon strips, the Peanuts. And did you know that Peanuts was his 13th attempt at a syndicated cartoon? He had 12 others that he tried that were rejected before that. It makes you wonder what the other ones were, huh? But I think it was a great idea because it has universal appeal. It's nice how the parents, it's just wah, 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 wah. You don't really hear a parent's voice or see a parent. It's just all from a child's point of view. So it's very, very interesting. Yeah, Snoopy was the bomb, especially with Woodstock. Yeah, he had such a cool attitude. And, Charles Schultz was from Minnesota. And at the Mall of America, they had Camp Snoopy. And I thought that was such a cool, hat tip to Charles Schultz, who was from Minnesota. But now they took it down. It's not in there anymore. It's like that should have been there forever. I don't know why they took it down, but it was great. If you ever went there, it was pretty cool. The Mall of America. Yeah, I did like four Elvis gigs at the Mall of America over the several years there that I was back there. Lopshire? Lopshire, Robert Lopshire. I named a turtle I found Snoopy. All right, Abby. That's pretty cool. Oh, he wrote children's books that are found in school libraries. Okay. Oh, I'll have to look him up. Robert Loopshire. That's an interesting name. I'll have to look that up. Speaking of children's books, I'm working on the Awesome Possum and the Awesome Possum Goes to School. I do have these other two books that are available, but the Awesome Possum ones, it's gonna be a while yet before I'm done. But I want to give you a idea of what of what the first page so far of the Awesome Possum, which is the first book. This is like the first, I guess, first half of the spread. The other spread I haven't figured out yet. It's going to be the words and maybe some kind of background or something. Greetings from Knoxville. There he is. We thought you were lurking, perhaps. So here is that. There it is. Yeah. So this is like the first page of the Awesome Possum, where the bird is telling you about the Awesome Possum. There you go. So there he is. Yeah, the Mall of America is still there, but they took Camp Snoopy out of the Mall of America. It's not in there anymore. It's something else. It's like something Berry Farms or something. I don't know. But they used to have a theme park in there in the middle. They had rides and everything and cool stuff, but it was all Snoopy and Peanuts based. It was really neat. It was a nice hat tip to a great artist from Minnesota who had a very popular, I mean, I still, on Facebook, I have I get Snoopy posts because I like the page. All right, so there you go. So that's the bird that tells the story. He's kind of like the, thanks, Abby. It's kind of like the, oh, looks like it's not very high res. Oh, that's weird. Let me try to do something here. There we go. And there he is, cute little bird. So there. Yeah, kind of fun. I did already illustrate this first book, and it's all done being illustrated, but I changed a lot of the things. The bird's been changed. He's a lot cuter now than he used to be. And so, yeah, that's that. Yeah, that's what we're doing. So I saw this today, and this was very curious. I've never seen anything like this before. It's something from a long, long time ago. And the picture was with a little lame article, and I didn't really believe the article, and it really didn't say where this was. So, good night, Willie Fix-It. Check this out. Isn't that weird? Now, I don't know where this is from, but look at this. It's some kind of mechanism above the head of these people. If you look over here, there's like littler people, like a little person. Here are a couple people, another little person. So is this like a giant, like a cloning center or something for giants? I don't know, but look at that. Isn't that weird? Maybe they saw something technical and then made stone carvings of something they saw, right? I don't know, but isn't this strange? Has anybody seen anything like that before? I just thought that was so strange. Hello, Rosetta Stone. Good to see you here. And Jerry. Hello there, Jerry. Isn't that odd? I thought that was just a strange, and there's a lot of them. And it's just very curious. What is that? Some kind of learning cap? You put it on and it, it looks like the Borg on Star Trek. Yeah, carved like thousands of years ago, right? Right, Austin? Isn't that crazy? Look at all the detail. Look how mechanized it looks. It's very strange. I just, you look at the stonework they did back then, it's just unbelievable. I mean, I can't even believe it. Okay, let's go over here and zoom in. Oh, we're all pixelated. Seeing it now, what we have to do is what they should have done at that court trial. Just size 300. We're gonna go right to 300. I gotta go back down. Well, this might be better. We can look at the bottom. There's some stuff going on down here. Right? Look at that. Now this person goes up to the knee of this being. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like he needs to put pants on. This looks like, what is this? Another person here. And this is like some kind of mechanized something that he's, I don't know. Looks almost like an animal, but a mechanized animal. And then this looks really like metal. What is that? And all this intricate, look at this, almost looks like the DNA strand, right? A double helix. Very strange. What's this up here? Zoinks. You know what, we're gonna sharpen that up. Sharpen it. Sharpen. Are you gonna sharpen? There we go. Yeah. Maybe that is the guy on there. Maybe that's all kind of mechanics. This one looks a little different. But look at those caps. Yeah, let me check the chat and see what you all are saying. Hinduism is wild. Yeah, they were very talented stoneworkers, unlike any in the world. Could be genetic engineering, you don't know. Yeah. Looks Thai or Burmese. Yeah, could be. Very much could be. Definitely. Yeah, it's very strange. I don't know, man. It just looked strange to me. Yeah. If I can find it again. Where did it go up to? There it is. Cruise back. Yeah, it looks like they need to put their pants on, but that's, I'm looking at the rest of it. I'm not looking at that. It's very strange. It almost looks like these helmet things here, almost like this is like a piece of leather, on the sides, holding it all together or something. But it's carved out of stone. Can you imagine doing that? First, you got to find a stone that big. So sometimes I think this is all clay, and then they heat it up and make kiln it, because how else are they going to carve stone like that? It's just no way. A lot of times I think it's just clay, and they found some way to cure it to make it turn right back into stone or whatever. I don't know. And that's what I think. Much like that researcher that down in where was it? Egypt. Who's studying the pyramids. I talked about this before. And this was years ago. I read this article years ago in Omni magazine. Great magazine. But yeah, so this researcher was researching the pyramids, and he went to like the local, like a street market, because he was there for a while, and he was at the street market, and there was this old man, and he was making these stone hammers on handles. He had handles and stone connected right to the handle, and he was making them there. And what he did was he took crushed up rock, and then he mixed into the crushed rock these 3 different kinds of plants that are indigenous to the area, but used to be really like widespread, but they're not very widespread anymore. Those 3 plants together, mixed with the rocks, it turned the rock into something pourable. And he poured it into a mold around the wooden handle, and it solidified. And then you had a stone hammer on a wooden handle. And this researcher was so fascinated by this. He got one of the hammers, and he got permission from the people that are in charge of the antiquities there in Egypt, and he got permission to get a very small sample of the outer casing of the pyramids, which is mostly gone now, but some of it's still there, and it's the one where you can't stick the credit card between the blocks. And he found traces of that plant matter in the stone. So that's how they did it. They didn't quarry the stones from many miles away, and several ton stones, and then push them up a ramp and chisel them into place. No, there's no broken ones halfway there, that you'd see. They were bringing wheelbarrows full of just crushed rock and mixing it with all these plants. And I don't know if they had like a stone slab, flat slab, just stick against it and pour it up in there. It'd be easy. You could do it. And I think that's probably what they did. That's my opinion. And that was his opinion too. And boy, I saw that article decades ago. And then people are so, I wonder how they did that guy figured it out. Doesn't anybody else remember that article? Am I the only one that read it? Well, I'm glad I'm talking about it again. So maybe we can all learn from that. I wish I remembered what the 3 plants were. A perm machine, yeah. Maybe it could all be just a hair dryer. You're right. But they were giants compared to the other little beings around there. Isn't that interesting? The arms look longer than a normal human? Interesting, MacGyver. Regeneration chambers in the Borg technology in Star Trek. That's what the scene looked like, except those fellows were better looking in the glow derned Borgs. Yeah. Gall-derned Borgs. Yeah. The Borg. You will be assimilated. Resistance is futile. Local beauty salon. Yeah, that's how they advertised back then. They sculpture billboards. Maybe. You never know. You never know. Okay. We did that. Oh, you know what, friends? I was doing some sketching and I was, Skinny Bob doesn't have eyes like a normal alien. And I've heard some other aliens have like human looking eyes, even though they look like grays. So I was just sketching, thinking, oh, I wonder what that might look like. And I did this. What do you think of this? This is an Aaron Moriarty original. Oh boy, if I can find it. Well, I'll just have to wait till it comes up here. Yeah. Let's see what the chat says. Jerry created the Borg as a Frankenstein race. Okay. There he is. He's kind of goofy looking. But yeah, what would they look like if they had eyes like ours? Kind of goofy, huh? Oh, thank you, Rosetta Stone. Yeah, it was just a very quick little sketch. I know, I heard about that. Peggy Dancer with the cement. Yeah, I know it. It's diabolical. Yeah. Good thing we're knowing about all this stuff so it can get put in the never do this again pile. Let's hope that happens. All that stuff. Thanks, MacGyver. Yeah. All right. I did one other sketch, and it's this is more of a friendly looking kind of a guy. He's a kind of a friendly guy. Maybe he's like Skinny Bob's nephew or something, right? So there he is. And now I'll show you the other one I did today. And this one's a little more serious looking. He's contemplating, galaxy conquest and things like this. He's got a lot on his mind. So there's that guy. So there he is. Thank you, Abby. Yeah. My drawings are so much better. So much better than what? Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, these are my drawings. Just did them today. Oh. Oh, Austin says, I think the chin has to be more pointy and there has to be some facial muscles. Okay. Wasp eyes, yeah. Like I said, these were just very quick little sketches. I thought, oh, these look kind of cute. Maybe I could show those on the show tonight. Yeah, this guy is not so happy. He's not as happy as the other guy. It's because the other guy got to go first. This guy had to wait. He's all upset. There you go. Yeah. So just for comparison, let's go back to our favorite alien, the real alien, Skinny Bob. Skinny Bob. He's such a cool guy. Yeah, look at that guy. Looks like a happy camper, doesn't he? Very thick neck from this angle. Look how thick that neck is, you know? And it's in the center of the head instead of towards the back of the head like ours is. Very interesting. Interdasting. And his hands are really interesting too. He's got really long thumbs and long fingers, and only 3 fingers and a thumb, so 4 fingers altogether. The thumb is very long. But other than just being strange shaped, they look very human. They're very, very similar to human hands. Nails and everything. Lines in their hands. In fact, I got a picture of one of their handprints right here. It's really interesting, I think. If it's legit. Where is it? Oh. Well, I thought I had that separated out, but I guess I didn't. Huh. Well, we'll have to look at this one. I don't know if that's... Let's see what that is. Oh yeah, I gotta show that. Forgot about that. Oh, here it is. So, oops, it's sideways. Oops. There you go, Skinny Bob. There's the handprint. And see the hands? They're very human looking, but just kind of longer. See, he's got lines in his hands just like we do. Right? He's just a little smarter, that's all. And a little more fashion conscious, too. Look how fashionable he is. So, someday, when we grow our heads a little bigger and get really cool looking black jumpsuits, we can be cool and hip just like Skinny Bob. Yeah, Austin says, I've heard they wear black things over their eyes because our sunlight is intense for them. Yeah, some of them do have like surgically implanted lenses, or maybe they pop them on, I'm not sure. But in the alien autopsy, that much more human looking alien, less like this, more humanish, from the alien autopsy from the mid-90s, they actually like peeled that layer off, and it was that dark layer they peeled off of his eyes, and what they found inside the craft that led them to develop night vision. Because you held up that lens, that floppy lens they took off his face and off his eye, and they could see like green lit up darkness. In the darkness, they could see like green lit up stuff, like they could see stuff. So it helps them see in the dark, apparently. So yeah, Skinny Bob, real alien. It's pretty amazing. Look at those hands. And you look at the proportions of his hands, his arms, how long they are, how far past his waist they go. Yeah, very strange, but very natural looking at the same time. I mean, you can tell it's a real being. It's very natural looking. It's very interesting. There's lines on the hand, just like on our palms. You know, we got, so, you know, this is a real flesh being. So some of them aren't flesh. This one looks like flesh, a flesh being, not a doll body. Some of them just have doll bodies. Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. I think it's a real creature, probably the best footage ever seen, the most detail and clarity. Yeah, I think so too. Even though it's kind of crappy black and white and the lighting wasn't so good, it still is very telling, very telling. And thank goodness. But there's still people who think it's not. And, you know, there's trolls. They pay trolls to go out and say that kind of stuff too. So there you go. Abby, you can probably find the little girl drawing online. Oh, little girl drawing. Let's see. Little girl drawing. And the hybrid girl drawing looks like your sketch with big Disney eyes a bit. Oh, the hybrid girl drawing. Was that one of my drawings or some other drawings? You know, no, I've never met, not that I know of. I've never met an alien that I know of, but I haven't checked my arms lately either. So maybe I've been abducted. I don't know, or possibly have been. But I don't remember ever seeing an alien. I probably would freak out. I was kind of freaking out when I saw both times I saw UFOs. I mean, I was like, wow, I can't believe it. This is weird. It wasn't how you expect it to be. You think it's gonna be the great fun thing. It's just not great and it's not fun. There's something ominous about it, but yeah, me too, dark brain. It blinks, natural movements, no signs of fakery in my eye, and I'm good at spotting fakes. Me too. I know. Yeah, it does seem legit, and that's why when Bernie Mendez came out and stated that publicly, yes, he's definitely real. He knew him, so yeah, that's good enough for me. I'll take that. We got to take the wins when we can, you know, because all they have to do is, you know, pay some influencers to say something, and they get, you know, the followers to follow that. But we're in search of real truth here. You know, We don't like that fake truth stuff. We like real truth and dad jokes and cool chat people. Oh yeah, the first drawing with big eyes today. The daughter of a UFO abductee, Bud Hopkins book. Tiny body, big head. Bud Hopkins. Maybe I'll try and look that up. Bud Hopkins. Daughter. Alien. Hybrid. From book. Okay, we'll see what we get. I think it was just like a crayon drawing. Was it like a crayon drawing? Let me see. Okay, hold on a second. Let me get this pulled down here, and then we can do this old number here. Boy, my confuser is going real slow. Okay, here we go. I think this is what you're talking about. This picture here, it's a pretty basic picture, but yeah. Let's see if there's any other pictures here. Here's a bunch of people going up into the light. Oh, right here. I'm not sure. I guess I'm not familiar with that Bud Hopkins book that you're talking about. Ooh, look at that. That looks interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure. It might be that drawing there. Well, I guess I can go back and check the chat. Close, but no, not that. From the book Intruders. Yeah, I'm not sure. I looked at Bud Hopkins. You can see what I wrote up there, right? Bud Hopkins, daughters, UFO, alien, hybrid. And that's what came up, you know? Oh, it was drawn by her mom. So hard to know what's, there's a lag too. It's like a minute lag. So there you go. I don't know. I'm not sure. Mother draws daughters. Okay, let's try that. See what happens. Is this it right here? These are the only things that show up with those terms. Was it this one? I don't know. Well, Bud Hopkins' mother draws daughter's alien hybrid from book. That's with DuckDuckGo. So I don't know. That's all we're coming up with. Let's go and see what everybody has to say. Q Trendsetter. Hey, good to see you here. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's it. Oh, are you talking about the Apollo 20 drawing? Is that what you're talking about? The Apollo 20 drawing of that woman with the bump on her head? The slanted eyes, human looking? Because if that's what you're looking for, it's hard for me to know from just what you said. I put all the words in there. Let's see. Okay, Mona Lisa drawing. Try that. Oh, here it is. This one right here. Is this the one you're talking about? I don't know. I'm confused. Okay, good night, Mud Rabbit. Yeah, well, yeah, maybe we should put a cork on this one because we didn't have anyone call in today. Thank you, Mud Rabbit. You rock. Have yourself a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope that you get to break the wishbone and you get your wish comes true. That was always our favorite thing to do. We fight over who gets to the wishbone. Yeah, always exciting. Okay, all right, Jerry. You're trying to find it later online. All right. Well, it's always fun to look at Mona Lisa anyway, and some of the fakes they have of her now. Some of these are fake. I wish people wouldn't do that. Len Kasten, yeah. Good. That's a good one. Thanks, Austin. Oh, it's a line drawing. Okay. Yeah, I kind of, when you were describing it, I thought, well, maybe he's talking about this. So it's hard. It's hard to know by just reading a couple lines, and with all the things out there, it's tough. It's tough. You know that? It's darn tough, I gotta say. And I want to show you this. This is something, friends, that I did many years ago. And it's the Earth. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Okay. Why isn't that coming up? Where is it? Oh gosh, I hope it's showing up. So it's all of the flags of the world creating a peace sign around the world. One planet, one people. What do you think about that? Good night, Mud Rabbit. Happy Thanksgiving. I don't know who the artist was, Austin. So that's all of the flags of the planet that I arranged in a peace sign around the planet. So All the people are represented there of the planet. And I designed a flag too that has Earth in the middle, and it has all the flags around the Earth of the planet. It's like the one planet, one people flag. Thanks. I did this many, many years ago, and I was really hoping that it would help to bring world peace. You know, one planet, one people. Can't you see that we are equal? Every day I look outside, I see hate and I feel no pride. People look way down deep inside. Find your light and let it shine. One planet, one people. Can't you see that we are equal? That's the song I wrote too. There you go. One planet, one people. And now, friends, I got a special treat for you on this Thanksgiving Eve. Here it is. This is the Commonwealth of Massachusetts by His Excellency John A. Andrew, Governor, a proclamation. Okay, this is handed down from Abraham Lincoln. Okay, and it's very small type, and I can't really read it without a big magnifying glass, which I don't have. So I'm sure you can find this on the intranet if you look it up. But yeah, it's a proclamation. Abraham Lincoln, President of the United States of America, a proclamation for a day of thanksgiving, praise, and prayer. So how do you like that? Abraham Lincoln. And look at that. That is a nice, look at all the different kind of type fonts on that. Do you know how hard it was back then to change type fonts? And to make this is all lead typeset. I learned lead typesetting. It's not easy. There you go. Look at that. Pretty official looking. I love it. So happy Thanksgiving, everybody. From Abraham Lincoln to all of the families of the United States. Proclamation for a day of thanksgiving, praise, and prayer. They kind of left out the praise and prayer lately, haven't they? It's just Thanksgiving. Well, I think it's a wonderful holiday, and it's so cool that Abraham Lincoln did that. What a cool president he was. So there you go, friends. All right. Well, join us Friday, because Friday we're going to have Alara Sirius from 1 Foot and 5D and the Conspiracy Couch and Space Force News. So we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to learn about this gal in the Truther movement, and hopefully we can get Foil on here sometime too, and get to the bottom of why are you doing this? Why are we all doing this? It's a question we always ask ourselves, isn't it? Usually we've seen something. Happy Thanksgiving to Aaron and everyone else here. Thank you, Abby. Thank you very much. Yeah. Yeah, sadly, I'm not going to be able to have Thanksgiving with my mother, my brothers. I would have already been gone by now, because I would have had to travel all day today to get there. But I would have loved it, but got a little frozen dinner for myself or tomorrow. That'll be nice. I'm just thankful that I'm healthy and the kids are healthy and got 2 granddaughters. And I got the best chat people on the intranet and the best mods. So I want to thank all my mods and everyone in the chat for coming here tonight. I want to thank everyone who shares and likes the program. Oh, you know what else? I was looking at my statistics. So in this last 28-day period, we gained 17 new subscribers. And it said that's the usual number. It's like, whoa, 17. Isn't that nice? We're growing by 17 a month. Just think, we'll be at 1 million in I don't know how many hundreds of years. But if we all tell our friends about it, I'm telling all my friends about it. So if we all tell a friend, then we can, get more people over here and have even more cool people in the chat. Wouldn't that be fun? So I want to thank you all for coming here tonight. I really, really appreciate each and every one of you. You're like my family. And so receive a big hug from me. And I get that from BCP. He's a pretty cool guy. Remember to keep looking up, to keep that camera, that phone, pressed to the sky so you can catch that UFO footage, so you can come on to the Truth Quest and talk about it. You don't even have to get that. You can come on anytime and talk about it anyway. And so thank you for stopping along here today. We had a lot of fun. We'll see you Friday with Alara and Monday with Zoso Dude. So Alara and Zoso. So we go from A to Z. There you go. How do you like that? So thank you very much for stopping by. And remember this very important message. You rock. Yes, you do. You rock. And thank you for all your support and help. Couldn't do it without you. Until Friday, peace in.